Who are some running backs in PPR that you should be targeting in the first 3 rounds? I'm going to give you some of my favorite guys with league winning potential that you should be drafting. I post new content every single day that will help you win your fantasy football leagues, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the latest videos. With that being said, let's get into the video. The first running back, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones has finished as a top 5 running back over the past 2 seasons. He's currently being drafted as the 9th player off the board in fantasy football, and to me, a guy that you should target in the first round of your drafts. There's no more Jamal Williams in this backfield. I know some people are concerned about A.J. Dillon's usage, but this team would not have brought back Aaron Jones for 4 years, $48 million, to not have him play the role that he's been playing already. The biggest question mark will be who sees work around the goal line. And for me, Aaron Jones still sees plenty of work to finish as a top 5 guy. I get it, A.J. Dillon's bigger, but Aaron Jones is very good at scoring touchdowns. So I think Aaron Jones will still be heavily involved down there, and so will A.J. Dillon. Aaron Rodgers' touchdown rate is going to come down a little bit. It was at a ridiculous 9.1% last year. That's going to come down, and they're going to score more rushing touchdowns this upcoming season. So I think that there's going to be plenty to go around for these two guys. And A.J. Dillon is a solid guy to draft later in your drafts as well. So first guy, Aaron Jones. The second running back, Najee Harris. And yes, I say this as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but let's think about this. This is a guy who's going to play first and second down, third downs, 2-minute offense, 4-minute offense, be their goal line back. He's going to see all of that work. How many running backs in the NFL can you say that about? Well, the biggest thing is his offensive line isn't going to be very good. The team might not be that good as it was last year. Let's think about James Robinson. James Robinson finished as a top 10 back in fantasy football despite playing on the worst team in the NFL and an offense that wasn't very good with not a very good offensive line. He still finished as a RB number 1. Why? Because of volume. Because of volume. He was first in the NFL in snap percentage across all the running backs. Amongst all the running backs, he was number 1. Najee Harris could be number 1 this upcoming season. He should play over 80% of the snaps for the Pittsburgh Steelers running backs this upcoming season. How many running backs can you say that about? So volume is king in fantasy football, specifically good volume, and Najee Harris is going to get good volume this upcoming season, be their goal line back, receiving work. That's what we need in fantasy football. Najee Harris should be drafted as a top 10 running back in fantasy football and has league-winning potential. The third player, DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift has top 10 talent. But the biggest question marks are his health and how good are the Lions actually going to be. So for his health, he's actually healthy right now. But Dan Campbell is questioning his game readiness in terms of conditioning. Is he going to be able to handle a full NFL workload week 1? And even if he doesn't, he still has 2 weeks. But even if he doesn't, if he's not totally there, that's fine. Because we still got 16 other games for him. 16 other games. Week 1 is a pretty tough matchup anyways against San Francisco. So it's okay if he's not totally there in week 1. We still got time. The other part, Detroit Lions being bad, so what? That's good for him because we're not banking on a bunch of rushing potential there for DeAndre Swift. I think there's going to be enough. We're banking on receptions, which Anthony Lynn, the offense coordinator for this team coming over from the Los Angeles Chargers, where his running backs over the past 3 years have seen a 26% target share. A massive target share. And this could be available for DeAndre Swift. There's a lot of receiving potential. Austin Eckler receiving potential for DeAndre Swift this upcoming season. Are the Detroit Lions going to be good? No. Are there going to be a lot of scoring opportunities? No. But if some touchdowns go his way, could he finish as a top 10 back or higher? Absolutely. Especially in your PPR leagues. So DeAndre Swift is a guy that you should be targeting in the 3rd round of your drafts. The last and final guy, James Robinson. And I love James Robinson heading into the season. And then this team drafted Travis Etienne, which was a little bit of a head scratcher. But now that there's no Travis Etienne in the picture, James Robinson should be drafted as a top 20 guy. And if he's not, then you need to draft him. He should be drafted as RB18. So if there's other running backs, 18 other guys drafted ahead of him, absolutely draft him. He's going to be the centerpiece of this offense once again, as you can see here. Certified centerpiece of offense. He's going to be. Carlos Hyde, yeah, he's going to play a little bit. Laviska Shenault maybe might steal a little bit of work here, but he's going to be the bell cow once again in this offense, an offense that should be improved from last year, but an offense with Urban Meyer that this team is going to want to run the football. So I expect big things out of James Robinson this upcoming season. He may not see the snap share that he did last year, but he's still going to see a high enough snap share to be a top 20 back in fantasy football. He should be drafted towards the end of the 3rd round for you, or if you're in a league that running backs go really early and fast, don't be afraid to draft him towards the beginning of the 3rd round. He's going to be a top 20 running back heading into the season. So with that being said, if you enjoy this content, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.